The thing that's making you anxious isn't the thing that you have to do. What is making you anxious is not doing the thing that you have to do. You wake up early already thinking about everything that you need to do, but instead of doing any of it, you find something that will distract you, whether it be scrolling, daydreaming, whatever the case may be. And now you're not only behind, but you feel guilty for being behind. So you avoid it even more. And now the task has become like this giant monster that's living in the back of your mind. You can't even enjoy relaxing because you're now thinking of all the things that you should have done or should be doing, the fact that you didn't do any of them, and how you are feeling because you didn't do anything. So now your brain is also facing the anxiety and it's preoccupied. And you complain about how much you have to do, and you tell everyone how stressed and overwhelmed you are. But the thing is that nothing changes because there is no action going toward mitigating the anxiety that you're experiencing. And unfortunately, we all do this. And it's because our brains hate uncertainty. When a task is unfinished, your brain keeps it running in the background like an app that's just draining your battery, draining your energy. And it's constantly reminding you, don't forget to do that assignment, or don't forget to do the dishes, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that. And it's because you haven't started that your imagination now fills the blanks. And that's why that assignment that you have to do now feels impossible. And that workout that you want to do feels exhausting before you've even begun. But most of the time, the task itself isn't the source of your anxiety. The anticipation of the task is the source of your anxiety. You've probably noticed this before. Actually, maybe, for example, right before you have to do a presentation, whether it be for work or for school, your heart is racing and you're nervous and everything. But then you start talking and your body calms down. Your nervous system is back to normal. And this is because action gives your brain evidence that you are capable and competent. On the other hand, avoidance gives your brain evidence that you are scared, that you are afraid. But every time you procrastinate, you're accidentally teaching yourself that the task is scary and dangerous, which pushes you further away from taking action to completing the said task that's giving you anxiety. So, here's something that has helped me. I stopped waiting until I felt motivated, because motivation usually comes after I start, not before I start. Instead, I make the goal truly embarrassingly small. For one, like I'll open a document to an assignment. I'll write one sentence. I'll read one page of a book or a textbook for one of my classes. I'll walk into the gym, and I'll fold one shirt if I have to tackle a whole load of laundry that I need to fold and put away. And really, that's it, because starting is where almost all of the resistance lives. And once you're moving, momentum does most of the work for you. And I've realized something else too. The energy that we spend working is less than the energy that we spend worrying. The energy that we spend taking action is less than the energy that we use to have all of this anxiety. And I can spend 3 days thinking and stressing about doing that assignment that takes an hour to do. The anxiety literally requires more energy than the action ever will. So now, whenever I catch myself spiraling, I ask myself one question: would I rather spend the next 3 hours worrying about this, or the next 20 minutes just finishing it? And I think the answer is pretty obvious here.